Alright, we're back out here today. We're getting ready to start on the top. I think what we're going to do first is tear off all this upper metal. And I think there's tar paper or roll roofing underneath that, so we're going to tear it off too. And then get it all cleaned up and hopefully just be able to hang steel right back over it. We may end up having to patch some 1x, but we'll see once we get it opened up. We're also gonna redo these fascias. They just have a real thin 1x4 on them. And then back behind all of these are windows. Somewhere here. So I think there's 9 sets of double windows going down through each side, and we're gonna peel all this stuff off and get those all redone and actually open them back up and trim them in when we side, so should be pretty cool. Alright, we're gonna get moving here. Alright, so here's what we got done today. Got the top steel pulled off down to the 1x. And then tomorrow we're gonna go over all of it and make sure it's all nailed down good and tight. And then we've also got to do a little bit of something to try to straighten out these fascias. They're still got a, see it or not, still got a bow in it there. So we're probably gonna have to loosen up some rafters and shim some rafters up just to kind of flatten it out. Well, hopefully we should be able to get some steel on this tomorrow if it's not raining. Turning out pretty cool. It's gonna look good. A lot of nails. There's about a nail every 1.5 inches on every seam of each piece of roll roofing, so a lot of nail pulling. Well, we're gonna go home now. We're tired. got the one side on here. We got a rainstorm coming. We actually ended up getting it done pretty quick. Beat the rain, so I think after lunch we're gonna spend a little bit of time loosening up rafters and getting rid of these dips. There's a couple dips here, a few different spots here. So we're gonna loosen the rafters up and drive wedges in to push the rafters up and straighten out the fascia there. So it's going really good. We got this side done and on the upper section, and then we got the upper section on the other side done also. So next is we're gonna start figuring out what we're gonna do with these sheds. Trying to decide if we're gonna peel the steel off or if we're gonna put purlin boards over top of it or what we're gonna do. We haven't totally decided yet. All right, I'm gonna get back to work. Alright, well, we're getting the steel out of here now. Just finished up the last section of roof. Looks really good. I'm gonna go home and start working on caulking some of those windows, and I think Matt and Dad might start doing fascia and soffit on the upper stuff. We're getting close to being ready to start doing siding. It's a whole different building. Alright, let me get back to work. Alright, so we're at our house now. We got all the windows pulled out, and the girls have been working on getting them all cleaned up and trying to scrape out all the glazing. And then we've got new pieces of glass ordered for all the missing ones. I think there was like 40 broken ones. Dad got those ordered. The hardware store's cutting them for us. Jordan's working on scraping and taking out all the old loose glazing, and we're gonna get them all cleaned up and then scraped and painted, and then reglaze all of them and replace the broken pieces. Here, Oliver's gonna do a video. Show him the windows. Go show him the windows, Ollie. Over here.
Show him the windows over there.
Show him the ones that Mommy and Megan have got done. Right there, yeah. So these ones are already scraped and cleaned up and everything. Now we just need to get glass for them and replace the broken ones, and then we're gonna go in here and we're actually just gonna caulk these in with some flexible caulking instead of glazing. That should hold them a little better, keep them from leaking. So that's what we're doing. Get all those done and get them all back in the building. we got the windows all finished up. They're ready to go back in now. We finished up caulking the rest of them today and actually building a couple of them that were completely broken apart. Kind of had to rebuild 2 of the frames and replace, I think, 40 some pieces of glass. So it was quite a bit of work. Like, this is one of the ones, it didn't even have grids in it. And we actually went to the table saw and made up some grids for it. So these are actually false grids. This is one big pane of glass, the whole thing. But we just made false grids just to make it match the other ones. And Matt and Dad actually built those, and they built this new bottom for it too. They ended up turning out pretty darn good. It'll look really nice keeping the old windows in it and putting it back how it used to be when it was first built. It actually ended up going quicker than what we thought. There's 36 sashes, then there's 6 pieces of glass in each one, so it's 216 individual panes of glass, and we had to caulk around 4 corners of each one of those. So it's a lot of caulking and a lot of scraping and painting, but I think it'll be worth it. Got our whole barn filled up with windows. All right, well, we're gonna get back over into the building and get back to work. We got the other side done, and all the siding put on, the little upper wall, and all the windows reinstalled. And I think next we're going to start doing these lower long walls with the siding. So we still got to do siding and soffit and fascia down here, and then we've still got to get the gables done, the tall ends on the sides here. I think we might change some windows out. I'm not totally sure yet, but that's the plan. I think we might clean this window up and save it. It turned out looking really good. Ton of natural light in here. It's gonna be great. Alright, we're back out here today. Getting ready to start doing some siding. We're putting 8-inch board and batten vinyl on there. Saw table we've got set up. Slide miter saw makes it real easy and quick to cut. We run the blade backwards on it, and it actually cuts it really smooth. It doesn't let it chip and that kind of stuff. Yesterday we did a little bit of soffit and fascia. Matt's out here getting started. We used the cutoffs from the wall pieces. The extra gave us 2 pieces of soffit on each piece of siding, so it actually worked out really good. That's what we're doing. Got a nice day. It's a little bit chilly, but the sun's shining, so we're ready to go. I'll get a time lapse set up of us going across here. Should be able to get it done pretty quick. We've got it all prepped and everything, so. Alright, we're gonna get moving. we got this side all wrapped up. Ended up working out really good. It's like a whole different building. So now we're gonna move around to the other side and get the fascia and soffit done on it. We're gonna have gutter guys coming here pretty soon, so we need to get ready for them. But the other side's basically the same thing we just did. Still need to do everything on this end and the other end. We got all the upper stuff done on this side already. It's all finished up there, and then this is what we're getting ready to start on now. This wall here. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna go in and we're gonna make a large J channel to where the bottom can overhang the bottom of the wood, and then we'll put a big nail flange on it so we can nail up high into good wood. Got the brake in there. We're gonna go in there and start breaking some pieces of metal. Alright, we're back out here this morning. Yesterday we got the soffits done and the bottom J channel set. And this morning me and Matt are just we're setting the siding corners on, and we're gonna start hanging. Dad's in the building cutting, so should be able to get moving and go pretty quick. Did the same thing over here. We set the J channel the same distance from the soffit on both ends, so that way we can cut them all exactly the same length, and it makes it super easy. Alright, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna get moving. Oh, we got her run down through here. It turned out pretty good. One last piece. They're in the building cutting it now. I think next week we're going to start on these two ends. It's Friday now, so we're going to get the lift over here just to make it easier for getting up there and safe and not messing with ladders. That's what we're going to do. We're going to head back to the house here as soon as we get this on and get the trailer and the lift and the loader. Try to get the dumpster out of here early next week too. I think we're done with it pretty much. It's going good. It's gonna look like a whole new barn here pretty soon.
Morning guys, we're over here at the building in town, and it's kind of me and Matt today. To give you an idea here of what we're doing, we framed in this front door. It's about 14 foot high and 12 foot wide, and we're getting ready to side the front of the building, starting to put J channel and starter strip. We've got the light blocks, and we got the doors wrapped with 2x4s, and we're going to put aluminum on them a little bit later. See the wraps there around the windows, around the door. This is a temporary door. It's the door that was on here, so we're gonna order a garage door for it. Put the front door on. So we're pretty close to getting this siding wrapped up, but we'll put you on time lapse here and be me and Matt putting the siding on the front of the building. show you Matt's setting up the lift. Get ready to start doing the higher stuff on the building. But yesterday we got the siding done. Getting ready to do the soffits today. And then the window trim will have to rack with the aluminum. Basically we got this wall done, the lower section. We're getting ready to do this upper area here.
Alright, we're back out here this morning, ready to get started. We got this end all finished up. Waiting on the garage door to come. It's going to be white, and then it's going to have glass panels up near the top, I believe. This all little siding, soffit fascia done here. And I built some wooden shutters to go with the wooden looking door. Oak we had. That's looking really good. Today me and Matt are starting, or we started yesterday, but we're gonna finish up the backside today, hopefully, or get close. Got a little bit of a start, and most of the trims and stuff are on. We just gotta do all the siding and then cut all the soffit and hang all of it also, fascia. Well, that's what we're doing today. We're gonna get busy.
Morning guys, I just got back yesterday from my sweet Aunt Pearl's funeral, and want to kind of go over to the barn with you here. The boys, we had the gutters put on yesterday and had like a 6-inch downspout put on, and then the gutters are 6. Got them across, and then we got gutters up there. You can see Matt over there working. We got the gutters put on the upper side too. Siding's all done. The boys are in the back installing the rest of the soffit, a little bit of fascia. But we're pretty much done. We got to hang some lights. Lights go right there. You can see we got the big garage door on, then the doors and windows, shutters. We had a couple window lights put in the upper garage door. Got a large garage door to get like a motorhome or something inside. See part of the gutters there. We're pretty much wrapping it up. We got a few lights to put on and getting close to being it. There's the gutters and see at the top there. I'll take you inside and show you a little bit in what's happening inside to wrap the windows with aluminum. And then we built the shutters. These shutters here were from a farm over here that Jack Klima had built. It was a horse barn, and we repurposed some of the wood for the shutters. It makes me think of Jack Klima every time I look at the shutters now. Inside, I'll kind of show you around. We got all the windows redone in the top. There's about 36 of them. You can see all around. Here's the inside of the garage door. And we've got to start cleaning up in here to get it emptied out, but got to do some lighting. So we're pretty much wrapped up. Looks really good. Boys did quite a bit yesterday with gutters, garage door, and did some siding. This is a back door that was on here. There's a view from this side. Last couple of days, the boys been putting the siding on this back wall. You can kind of see there, right now they're finishing the soffits. We got to wrap this garage door and the man door. This is the back side, back by the alley. Right now they're putting on the last piece of fascia up on the tops of the gables. I'll try to get another view of them. You can see they're screwing off that outside corner from the roofing. And that actually holds the fascia on.
All right, we're all done here for now. Moving on to the next one. Got all the soffit and fascia done here and trimmed out these doors. I'm all done. Looks pretty good. Huge difference from when we started. Now it's just to figure out what we're going to do with the building. Hopefully get us a renter in here or something. Haven't totally figured it out yet. Finally getting some really nice weather. It's about 80 degrees now. Huge difference when we started. It was snowing when we started here. Matt and Dad are putting some hinges and handles on the door just to make it look a little nicer. Getting the dump truck and the loader out of here. It's been a fun one. It's cool to bring it back. On the verge of falling down, and now it turned into one of the best looking buildings in town, so really happy with it. Happy to save another old building. Alright, well, I'll see you on the next one.